You no longer will see the backdrop that is Bali villas and Bali living. It'll be Bondi and Australian coffee. Probably a lot of it, to be honest. I've never been to Australia before. I've been to Sydney. Bali is really the furthest I've been east or west, depending on where you're coming from. I've been on the road for the last year, starting with Mexico, kind of moving my way across. So it's gonna be a good chapter. I know a couple people down there, some people that I've connected through content, people that become really good friends as a result of, stepping into this space. So I'll have a couple people down there that I know, but ultimately new city, new environment, new apartment, new culture, and a lot to learn. So the goal for me is to get down there, continue to build the business and build the brand and really start to build something quite big. My goal is to really show you a lot of the behind the scenes of my life. A lot of it is the laptop. It's not as exciting as you think. I live a very simple, boring life, but I enjoy it because, again, life as an entrepreneur is very much you heads down to the laptop building, and until you're really in the space and you see other people, you don't really realize that. Most of my day is actually at the laptop. It's hard to believe a year ago when I started this that, I started with a post back in New York 12 months ago, and all of a sudden I'm going to be moving to Australia. That's crazy. I would have never thought that would have been the case 12 months ago. I would have never thought that I would have had an opportunity to move to Australia just because of content or even be around some of my friends down there. Like, that's just a crazy concept. So when I think about that, I think 12 months from now, who knows? Who knows where I am? And that is, to me, an exciting thought. I think before maybe it was a little bit scarier, but I'm starting to just embrace this idea of not knowing where life is going to take me and just enjoying being as present as I can. Sometimes I do forget to smell the flowers and pick my head up and think, okay, look at what you've done so far. Maybe that's good or bad, but at this point, I'm so focused on building something that I don't have at the minute. I don't feel like I'm anywhere close to where I want to be. And that is the drive that keeps me going. I think anybody who's an entrepreneur and you start to meet other entrepreneurs, it's hard to slow down when you see other people and you see what they're doing, what they're building, and how driven they are, and it inspires you. And I've met a lot of people in Bali especially who have much more successful businesses than me, and it pushes you to say, oh, I need to work harder here. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing, but I think more often than not it's a good thing, because I think if people are pushing you to be better, there's always room in the tank to elevate, whether it's your focus, your discipline, your performance. And I've learned a lot from people that I've met here that are doing amazing things, even if it's in a different business. Just learning about their process and how they think about business and how they think about their time and solving problems. That's where Bali is really special. You will meet people who just come from all walks of life, who have more often than not run from something, right? Whether it's a job or a relationship or a previous business, and they're here building. And again, you have this powerful community of really entrepreneurs and people who are building amazing projects and businesses in one collective environment. That is very unique. I've never seen that before. It's something that I was craving coming back to when I left Bali, because I went back to, see family, and I was in New York, and it just put me back in that environment where it's just different. You're in New York City, and you got some incredibly smart people, walking the streets, and amazing companies and businesses, but it is very much a melting pot of what feels like a lot of negativity at times, where if you don't kind of stick on the path that everyone else is on, you're very much outcasted. And to go back to that felt very much, it just felt weird. And I came back to Bali and I felt very much at home with, okay, I'm now around entrepreneurs again. I'm around people who don't work conventional jobs, and that to me felt more like home. So Bali it'll be hard to leave, and I definitely will come back. I don't know when that is, because Australia is that next chapter for me, but it's a place that will always feel and always have a place in my heart, similar to Mexico, because it served a purpose at this chapter in my journey. And that's what's gonna be cool to look back on, is think about, okay, where was I in my business? Where was I in my content journey? Again, the journey has not been a straight line. It has been very much twists and turns, ups and downs, bumps along the road. And that's what I'm hoping to show you more of when I get to Bondi and I do more of this. Is you're gonna see those bumps, and you're gonna see those failures, and you're gonna see the times that things aren't going well, because again, not every day is great, and I'm working through challenges every day. I'm trying to solve problems, and I don't solve all of them, but I'm working on it. So I appreciate all of you who are here and do follow the journey, and do support me. My goal now is to create a really big impact in the world, and that is going to be through content, because again, there's no vehicle that can spread information and values to the world in a click of a button other than the content. So I'm excited to hopefully meet a lot more people and share more of my message and my story with the world. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in Australia.